So I figured, like, if I'm going to be gang stalked, and like they're going to try to kill me, the COVID stuff. Who got that first? I talked about all that stuff happening to me a long time ago at the start of 2020, and how that was really weird, and the situation I was in, and all this stuff. It's like I pretty much knew where I was going, because I would never go there unless I knew where I was going, and I was going there to crash the party, and crash a party designed to crash me. I don't care. Serve me in a fucking entree tray of poison. Like, let's see if I'm immortal or not. Let's get me out of this world. But anyways, there's this other stuff going on my body right now. See, like that. No, those are like pretty well drained right now, but I just drained them. I can probably pour more pus out of them. They pretty much just, you can see it's all over. Like, there's a huge one there. There's this little tiny thing here is like leaking infection, and that thing is like growing rapidly. Right, that just appeared, and then there's one under here. This is what they look like if I clean them and stuff. They look like cancer and stuff, which would be awesome if I have like millions of freaking cancers in my body right now, because that would be why I can't breathe out like one side, and I can't cough or like fall to the ground, which is awesome. Like, if I, like, that's why I'm getting so hyped. If I am at this point where I can reset and get rid of this fucking body, I get rid of this body, I fucking hopefully lose the trail of these people who fucking I got the trail of, and then I come back, hopefully with all the powers I have now, because I came into this instance with all the intelligence I gained from previous times I've entered this instance. So I'm assuming, like, at this point in time, instead of being like a fucking top level athlete in intellect when I'm born, I can come back as a top level athlete, a top level intellect, top level musician, and top level freaking wizard as well. Because that wizard stuff, and all this stuff is worthless compared to understanding how to control the world around you. Once you see that, none of this matters. But here's like what they look like, right? There's like these three small scratches, and they just turn into large gaping wounds, and they're like all over, as you can see, like all over. They got a whole bunch, like, where you can't see them. But I'm most excited to find that that's like really hard to breathe right there. So hopefully, like, I've destroyed my lungs, because if you can feel your lungs causing damage, you're dead already, because you don't feel it until it's gone. So, like, I'm hoping and praying that I have, like, killed myself, and so I get to escape this fucking captivity and shit. Although, like, am I going to just be forced back into this world? Because I was never not a captive. Just because I'm, like, openly a captive now, and I've forced the humans in their master's hands to show me that I'm their captive. Just because I've done that. I always knew I was a captive. I didn't know it because the humans would beat it into me that they were superior, and that I wasn't, and I was the problem and all this stuff. The humans have this fucking mental condition, and so do their masters like this. So, like, I was always a captive, but now I understand that this was true from the start, and it wasn't a problem with me. In fact, I am the cure for this society. But at this point in time, I don't want to cure this society. I want to watch them all do to each other. I don't want to watch anything. I want to know that they have done to each other what they've done to me. And I mean, where's the injection thing come from? How come everyone's getting forced to get an injection after I made a video about society doing that to me in 2019? And where's all this stuff come from? The masks, the injections? I hope next time when I'm 4, I get reborn with if I have to be forced to respawn on Earth because I didn't complete my mission or whatever, because we just played over in prestige over and over. I hope I get my sorcerer powers when I come back as a toddler. That will make excellent, storylines. If I come back as a toddler, and I'm just like this retarded toddler, and it's like, knocking everything over using sorcery and stuff, and it's like, oh, you're a 2-year-old. Like, what have you done? Satan has came up from hell and begat the child of a mortal woman. Be like Rosemary's Baby. Something a lot better looking, I guess. I wouldn't watch something stupid and boring like that. Old people stuff is stupid and boring usually. But anyways, so hopefully this is like quick death, right? Like I really want to have a conversation with the people in control of this world, because I have not been granted the swift, quick death I want, and now I'm like a fucking I feel like a fucking captive and shit. And it's like, there's a difference between knowing you're a captive and being a captive. When I was a child, and I was told, oh, old people are smarter than you because they're 6 foot tall and they'll kill you if you fucking say anything else. I was like, okay, well, you're going to kill me because I'm 2 inches tall and you're 700 times my height. So you're going to kill me because that's all you do is kill every fucking thing you find. And I have no reason to believe that you're not going to kill me when you're sitting there beating the fuck out of me all the time and shit, and enslaving me and stuff. So there's a difference between being that kid and accepting that I'm a retard and there's something wrong with me for burning down society, and a difference between me understanding there is this slave system in this world that I've been under. Who knows what? We're not sure what, but we just know at this point that almost at least half the interactions were pure enslavement and direction in ways that you probably should have never went in. But it's like, you got to be a good slave and you got to do what you're told, or else we'll kill you. And that's the American way, right? That's why I started getting out of hand in my political videos and my content. Like, before my videos, like my post online, I got out of hand because I figured that's the American way. I just go around and I say, you either do this or we'll kill you. And people are like, yeah, like people were actually friendly with that. Like, they're more accepting of that than if I said, oh my God, you gotta stop it. You got a cute butt. Stop being so mean and we'll play with your butt. You know, like if I would have said that, they would have been like, shut up. But if I go like, you're gonna die if you don't change your ways, like, then they're like, oh, okay. And that's the American way, bro, I guess, right? So I kind of miss the days when I was a child and I didn't have to worry about stuff like this, about being told there's some bullshit karma that doesn't exist, but there's these groups around us who enforce it on us according to how they feel, whatever day their period starts and ends, and what they see and what they know, because they don't understand everything, which doesn't make sense because they're not real, and the computer system above them could easily tell them everything that's going on, right? But it doesn't. I suppose that's part of the game, right? Like, why doesn't Ganon in Super Mario in Legend of Zelda, why doesn't he get all the skills Link has? Right? And why doesn't he know Link's about to kick his door in and he could just set up a trap and kill Link right away? Why didn't Nintendo tell Link that? Right? That's the way I see it. But at this point, like, I figure it's time to prestige. We gotta get the fuck out of this room. And whatever happened to me, you know, like, I doubt anyone cares. So, you know, if they poison me, like, who cares, right? I understood that at a certain point. If they're poisoning me, no one gives a fuck. So it's just like, it's a matter of me having to escape captivity. And that means escaping this world, because looking back, I've been a captive my whole life. I'm just now aware that I've been a captive my whole life. So I really, you know, I want this to end. And since I've asked for that so much, and I want it to end quickly, like now, and fast and painlessly, and since I've asked for that so much and it hasn't happened, I want a meeting with the people in charge of this stuff. And we can, you know, talk it out. Like, bring all 20 billion of your human and arm them with tanks and nukes and all that stuff. And we can have a meeting at the 700th story of your high-rise building in New York or whatever you want, dude. And we can talk this stuff out and figure out what's going on. Figure out who's controlling the sun, how come it responds to me. We can figure out how come this telepathy and shape shifting, whatever it is, where other people now can hear my thoughts and stuff, and figure out why that is, figure out why the world's doing all this other stuff too, this COVID, all this stuff, which I try to offer people an explanation for, but I'm just a fucking retard, so don't believe anything I say. So, like, I just went to this meeting, right? And supposedly, this is the way to get it. Although I don't remember having this meeting before. But I do know from a child that they told me, though, they kept flashing images in my head of my death. And so I'm pretty sure I understand what I got to do now. And they even guided me to, like, a Masonic area, which I'm assuming at this point they have. Like, if I go to this mountain where they're at, where this place is at, it probably has the cliff I'm looking for. I wouldn't doubt it has, like, the exact cliff, because it was, like, the exact cliff over and over in my mind that they would flash when I was a child. But sometimes I wonder if they just didn't tell me the escape route to this world, and they aren't fucking helping me and shit, and it's time for me to escape and reset. Either way, I'm going to keep pushing forward to escape. It's been part of my plan all along, and like, I'm not telling anyone that. Everyone's like, oh no, don't do that. We need you to come watch Jerry Springer reruns with me all day long, and you come over here and sit down and eat McDonald's. Or whatever it is. Yeah. Anyway, so hopefully this leads to somewhere, and I'm not just, like, being, like, physically destroyed and my skin's being destroyed, because that would suck. But at the same time, like, I mean, the whole point to the burn marks here is because I mean, the whole point to all this stuff right here is because I'm just carving the shit out of myself and burning the shit out of myself. And I'm trying to practice right now so I can burn, you know, pretty images and stuff. I've been working on my artwork for a while, so I figure I'd burn some cool images into my face and carve some cool images in my face, and they'll, like, look awesome, right? Like, right? Like, get some pentagrams here and some flames coming up over here. Just, like, you know, burn the flames in your face. Like, what the poser shit is that to get some fucking ink in your face? To burn the fucking flames in your head. And then, look, like, I got that thing there, whatever the fuck that is. It's almost like a horn. Like, it grows out like a bump sometimes and shit. That's awesome. That's been a minute, too. That started happening after the 2020 poisoning at the Werewolves Underground, Wolves Underground, or whatever, with Shane Pratt or Pritt, and all those people who I felt like were drawing me there to fucking poison me and shit. So, yeah. I mean, we have everything documented, but you know, at this point, I got, like, my stuff I haven't uploaded. I should just burn it, because I don't want, like, if they're killing off the humans, like, right now I'm sick of the humans fucking working for them. So let them kill off the fucking humans first, and then I'll step in. And who needs, like, my evidence? Like, if they're just going to kill off their own slaves, then let them kill off their own slaves. And then I'll move in after that, and then I don't have to have the guilty conscience of killing off the slaves who are working for them, right? So I think that works excellent, and I think, like, technically that's all the prophecies, isn't it? But I feel like I came to these on my own conclusion. Maybe not.